Welcome back. We're at it again, getting into don't know the process, peninsula. Said that kind of weird. So this is something that I have noticed a lot when working with first-time home buyers is it's kind of a confusing process, especially if you've never been through it, or maybe you were part of it years and years ago. Probably not if you're a first-time home buyer, but the point is that things change. You know, buying a house 10 years ago is a different experience than it is today. So I am up to date on the things that are going on today that have changed with buying your first home. So I hope you can allow me to help you through the process and be your guide, so to speak. All right, so it's a bit of a complicated process, but I think going into it, if you have kind of a general framework for what to expect, I think it's going to help you manage your expectations a little bit with how quickly you get answers back from lenders. Lenders can be a little slow sometimes, and I know it's an exciting time in your life. You're buying your first home. It's a huge decision, and you want to know answers back. You know, you're spending thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe the biggest financial decision you will ever make in your life. So it can be stressful sometimes. I think knowing the process is going to help you have a smooth experience, because anyone that I've worked with that took the time to understand, okay, this is what's next, and really, you know, listened when we explained what to do next, it's going to help you have a better experience. Okay, let's get into it. So we just went over, kind of complicated. First thing in the process is the disco call, the discovery call. So this is just essentially, it's a free consultation that you have with me, and we go over what I like to call the bar stool of a mortgage. So if you're getting pre-approved, this is the pre-approval where your butt goes right here. And then there's 3 legs. And on the discovery call, we're going to look at each one of these legs. So one is income, credit, and savings, or your down payment. Those are the 3 things that we need to look into on the discovery call. And this is where I do my a lot of the counseling or the advice that I give to people is these are the 3 main things. So I simplify it down to that because that's what a lender is most worried about. And this is where I am helping people, you know, giving advice on, well, we need more income, you know, we'll pull your credit, and we'll see if there's some issues on there. I'm going to give you some advice to get it better quickly. Or we're going to look at your savings, and we're going to say, you know what, you need to save up this amount. If you want to buy in this price range, you need this amount of down payment, this amount for closing costs. This is just essentially, I'm discovering if there's any issues on your mortgage application, I want to discover them early so that we can create a plan for you to be successful in buying your first home. So disco calls, totally fun. Sign up for one. Seriously, we'll have a good time. We'll help you buy your first home. All right. Second step, if you're like, okay, well, disco call went great. I want to buy a house. I want to start moving forward. I've got, you know, my income's in a good spot. My credit's okay. Just needs to be good enough. And I've got some savings enough to buy a house. Then boom, we're going to step 2, fill out a mortgage application. And second part of a pre-approval. So step 2 is essentially you're getting pre-approved. And what you do to get pre-approved is fill out a mortgage application and get all of the documents that you need to get a pre-approval. So that's like pay stubs, your employment letter. Going to need to see that you actually have the money in a bank account, or that you can get the money from a family member. This is where everything that I looked into about your situation, I need proof of it. I need to be able to show a lender that you make this amount of money and that your employer has promised that. And I need to show them a document, an employment letter. So that's where we get proof of everything to get you pre-approved. All right, third step, once you're pre-approved, we've figured out your max purchase price, you review it with your realtor and create a plan. So you say, this is my max purchase price that my mortgage broker said, but that's a big payment for me. I think my price point, I'm comfortable between 300 and 350,000, and that's it. But maybe a little higher if we find the right house. I know a lot of people, most people I talk to are like that. Just had someone today who was like, I know we wanted to only go this high, but we're going 10,000 above because we found a house we liked. Anyways, that happens quite often. So you review it with your realtor, you make a plan with them, and then your realtor is going to start showing you homes. So that's the next step. Start shopping. This step, you go into it pretty excited, and then sometimes it kind of sucks. You're looking at house after house, and maybe you're not finding something that you love 100%. I would just be patient with it, manage your expectations. Sometimes you need to maybe change your expectations, especially as a first-time home buyer. Maybe just have the outlook that this is your starter home. You're getting into it and you're maybe going to fix it up a little bit, and in a few years you can sell and get into that house that you really want to get into down the road. Or maybe you find your dream home right off the bat. But either way, just manage expectations a little bit. Don't get discouraged. You got this. So you start shopping with your realtor, and then boom, you find a home. You love it. It's the one. You make an offer on it. Then you wait. Hopefully they just accept. There might be some back and forth that your realtor is going to help you out with, some negotiating. And then once you get your accepted offer, that's when, starting, reviewing with your realtor, shopping, finding your home and making an offer. I'm not really part of this as much. You can send me homes during these stages and be like, hey, what's a budget? Can you get me an updated budget for this specific home? And I'll send you that so that you know exactly how much your monthly payments will be on that home. And I kind of forgot. So fill out the application, documents get pre-approved, and then I'm going back a few steps here because I forgot something. Sorry. Then I send you your custom budget. Can't believe I forgot this because this is super important. I'm going to send you your budget. I'm going to show you what the future monthly expenses are at 300,000, 325, 340, 350, any of those amounts in your price range. I'm going to show you it so that you're comfortable with it, so that when you're out with your realtor and you're looking at a home that is a specific price, we've kind of already gone over all that stuff, so you're not wondering if you need to contact me and if it will work out. I want to get you as prepared as possible at this stage so that when you're reviewing with your realtor and shopping and making offers, you're confident. Okay, so during these phases, you're mostly just with your realtor. Reach out if you have questions about your approval in specific homes. Happy to update your budget with specific properties. Okay, so you get your accepted offer. You're stoked. Now, what we do is I update your application with the specific property. Is it a bi-level home? What year was it built? What's the square footage? What's the lot square footage? Is there municipal sewage? Is it I just update your application with the specifics for the home, the property taxes, and then we submit it to our chosen lender. So this is where I'll reach out. I'll double check that everything on your application is correct. And then we submit to a lender, and we wait, typically, depending on what time of the year you're putting an offer in and getting it into the lender. Within a day or two, we're going to get an answer back from the lender, and then we finalize the mortgage. So in our earlier steps, I've got probably 95% of your documents already in my possession. Sometimes though, a lender will have a specific question for us that we need to produce some documents for. So we send it into the lender. They send us a list of things that we need to prove. So your pay stubs, employment letter, I've got most of those documents already. Sometimes there's some additional documents that we need at this stage. So we just get all of those things, all of those conditions they give us satisfied. We're just getting check marks next to all of them until everything is done. Then at that point, you're fully approved. That is when you can, with your realtor, waive your finance condition. This is also when you'll get a property inspection. If the property inspection goes well, you can waive your property inspection condition as well on the purchase agreement. So those are some things you'll go through. You'll waive those conditions with your realtor. They'll send you something to sign. And then here, this is when you're going to meet with your lawyer and finalize everything. When you meet with your lawyer, you're going to need to bring in your down payment. So they'll ask for a bank teller check, or they'll specify how they want you to bring in the down payment money when you meet with them. And insurances. This is when you confirm home insurance on the property that will start on the day that you take possession. There's also life insurances that a lot of people, when they buy their first home, that's when they're like, maybe I need life insurance. If I pass away or if I get disabled or whatever, we'll still have a place to live because life insurance will kick in and start paying your mortgage amounts each month. So reach out if you have questions about insurances. I have some great contacts in the industry that can help you. Last step, move into the home. And then you're done. You're in there, and that's when your mortgage starts. And obviously after that, I don't disappear. I'm your mortgage broker for life. And to be honest, if you thought during this presentation, you're like, I'm not going to remember this all. Guess what? That's okay. I'm going to be, walking next to you through the whole process. You can call, you can text, email me, whatever. I'm going to answer questions. And that's the benefit of working with a mortgage broker, is I'm available to you, not just during office hours. I'd like to say that I give pretty good service. So happy to help you with those things. And thank you for watching Don't Know the Process Peninsula. This is just, I feel like if you can know the general, flow of how things work, that's all you need. You don't need to remember all the specifics. That's what I do. So we'll see you in the next video.